Thanks for joining us. Today we're looking at the Roto Grip Tour Dynam-X. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. First impressions, the Tour Dynam-X feels like it could be special on flatter patterns. Possibly give some of us lower rev bowlers an option when the high rev guys are using urethane. Okay, let's jump in. First, the formula here is to take a little bit of a diggy cover and put it in a core that wants to roll relatively early but has a lower diff, which means it'll have a control motion when it does get into a roll. All this adds up to, quote, control. The Tour Trax is not an insanely strong cover, but certainly strong enough for the house shot. But the more important thing is its strength relative to the core. Sometimes we get these type of balls we basically use for control, like IQ Tour or Hustles, but they tend to feel a little cover dominant, therefore lower rev bowlers sometimes lose a hit. The Rondeur core tries to even that out a bit. I will say I think it's still a bit cover dominant, especially at the 2K grit. The play from direct was really easy for me, and ultimately, the preferred line for my game. As I started to move in, I was getting mostly overreaction. I tend to roll it more when I move in, and the ball would read, whereas I tend to chuck it more from direct. So I got it got pretty confusing the way it was reacting to the shape of the pattern in my release. Eventually, I'd get deep enough to break the shape, and then it wasn't strong enough. And that was a little frustrating, but I had to think about it in relation to the pattern itself. I mean, the ball is called Tour for a reason. House shots are nothing like Tour shots in terms of shape. I can totally see the Tour Dynam-X working way better and more consistently on a flatter pattern. On house, the cover was making it dig a bit, but when you got inside enough, the core just didn't have enough giddy up. That being said, the Tour Dynam-X easily fits in mid-control. I will test it with the other guys when they get back from Nationals, and I also give it a look on a sport shot to validate my thoughts on it one way or another. Thanks for watching.